All right, welcome back. We continue right here on the Sports Call. Bob Pompeani along with Paul Zeise and you. Bob in Indiana is on the phone right now. Hello, Bob.
Good evening, gentlemen. How's it going?
All right, what's up?
Hey, two things. One is I agree with you. Watson, he needs to be pulled out of the closer role. He just is not cutting it, and they need to put Rivera in there. I don't know where they would put Watson, but closer is just not good for him. And the other thing is, I know McCutcheon, he's struggling at the plate, but it looks like he's struggling in the outfield. There's some balls. I know they were maybe a little bit reaches for him, but years ago he would have made them with no problem. He just doesn't seem to be getting the right jump on the ball. He's just real slow. I mean, is that something that he's just struggling altogether, or is it just my imagination?
Paul, what you say?
Well, I think he's actually not. I think he's actually played better in the outfield this year by a lot than he did last year, right?
Better, yes.
Much better.
I think a lot of it had to do with the way they put him out there.
Right, and he's playing a little deeper. But I'll tell you the other thing, Bob. He's by far their best defensive outfielder, isn't he?
They have no
I mean, if Marte's hurt, if
Polanco can't play nearly as well.
Polanco's not good.
And Osuna
He's just not good. Osuna is what he is.
He's a better first baseman.
Frazier is what he is. You know what I mean? In the outfield.
They're not outfielders. They don't have any.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why, Bob, wouldn't it make sense now to bring Meadows up?
Yeah.
You're not, because here's the thing.
I totally agree with
You're not bringing him up to be the savior. No. You're not bringing him up to say, hey, you're coming up. This is your shot, kid. All you're saying is, listen, it's a good spot to get you up here because we got guys hurt and we got a guy suspended and all that other stuff.
And we need help.
And
you're our number one prospect.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Again, you could hit 500, with 15 home runs in 10 games. And guess what? You're going back to AAA. So there's no pressure here on you. And then you're not risking, ruining him and all that other stuff that they always say about if you bring guys up too early and stuff. You know what I mean?
Line 3, we go. Bob in Bloomfield. Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Good. This is 34 minutes in a row now with no shots on goal.
That's what I'm calling to make a comment on. When is the last time, and I started following hockey in the late 60s, did you ever see a Stanley Cup playoff game, let alone a final, where a team has gone like a week without a shot on goal? What is going on?
I don't know. They're just not getting enough.
They're not getting down low enough, and they're not putting enough pucks in front of that. Right.
Nashville's defense is good. They're legit.
You would think a guy is cruising through the neutral zone in possession of the puck would one time throw it on goal there, right?
Somebody should shoot. It's never
all right, buddy. Have a good night. Enjoy.
All right. Let's go out to Wen in Johnstown. There's the score, and it's Jake Gensel. First shot in 34 minutes goes in. There you go.
So basically they have 9 shots and 4 goals.
Would Rene be removed? That's not a very good percentage.
What's funny is I had.
Go ahead and talk while I tweet.
I had John Burton on the air the other day, and he was talking about how they actually have a really good goaltender, a backup goaltender that's really, really good, a young kid. So who knows? Maybe.
Who knows?
9 shots on goal. If you're the defenseman there, you got to be a little bit irritated, right?
That's what.
And that wasn't really a great goal there. I mean, it was a nice.
No,
it was
a good shot though. He went way over, and Rene goes, now watch where the shot goes. This is a goal scorer's goal. Yeah, that's a wonderful shot.
Why does he go down so early?
He always does. He's a big 6'5" goaltender.
I mean, that to me is a terrible. But my thing is there. If you've got a younger guy, maybe they got to go to him.
They won't. Let's go to Barry in Robinson. Hey, Barry, go ahead. Don't mind me. I'm just tweeting.
I was just, Bob, I miss you at BP in the mornings.
Yeah, I go to TJ's.
Oh, okay, but I miss you at the BP. Ollie Mata, I don't know, he's just so damn slow.
He's never was fast. He was faster in his rookie year. He's been slowed by a lot of things, but he's, I know you're going to pick on him. He made a couple of plays tonight, which I didn't like, but I think overall he's still been very good for them.
Well, yeah, he's
fundamentally
been good on and
pretty
off,
good, generally speaking.
When they got the speed, they got to be careful. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate the call. So if they win this game, if you're 9 shots on goal and you gave up 4 goals.
If you're the defenseman there, you've got to hate this. You've done what you're supposed to do in terms of limiting what the Penguins do really well. You haven't let them spray a bunch of shots at your goaltender, You got to come up with 1 or 2 shots, 1 or 2 saves out of those goals. Yeah. The one that bounced off a defenseman is a fluky kind of thing. The 5-on-3, okay, fine. But one of those last 2 goals, you got to stop.
Wow, it's pretty amazing. So they hadn't had a shot on goal since 1943, the first period. That was it, and it goes in. Now, if you ask Rene, he'll probably say, well, I hadn't seen a shot in a long time. I didn't know what to expect. But that was a good shot, though, by Jake Guentzel.
And it's funny, as Rene is usually pretty good, but against the Penguins, he struggles. He's like 1 in 5 or something with a really with a really low save percentage.
And Mike Sullivan mixed the lines up, put Guentzel on with Sheary and Crosby on that sequence. So he took Kunitz off. But hey, what are you gonna do?
It was just one of those goals where they got the puck out in front, you know.
All right, let's talk NBA real quick. We only have 2 minutes. I like Golden State in 5. I think Durant is the mismatch that Cleveland won't be able to handle.
5?
5.
I think LeBron James is going to be worth at least 2 wins in this series. So, I mean, I
How do you
kind of
stop what Golden State has, especially in transition?
I think Cleveland has. I think Cleveland can match them though in some ways, bucket for bucket.
I mean, they can.
Again,
Kyrie Irving does what he's supposed to do.
They're going to need 40, you know, like they had last year in the one game. They're going to need 40 a game, 40 from both Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. So, 80 points from those two, and they can sort of match what Golden State's going to do.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
and they're capable of doing it.
Do you like the fact this is a trilogy matchup? It to me suggests that there's no parity in the NBA. The East especially, there's nobody but Cleveland.
The problem,
Boston's coming on.
The problem with the East is there's no other LeBron James, and that's the problem. In the West, you at least have some other teams. There's a goal. 5, it's game over.
Empty net.
Empty netter. You at least have some superstars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah, it's interesting, but I will say this about LeBron James. In this day and age, to get a guy who as hyped as he was out of Akron in high school at Mount St. Mary, whatever it was, St. Mary's, he lived up to every bit of the hype that they threw at him. That's hard to do in sports.
And they started it in 7th grade. Remember, he was on Sports Illustrated cover in 7th grade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crosby's another one who's done that. He's been hyped ever since he was a young kid, and they guys who lived up to it. So, Penguins are going to get away with a win. If you like shooting percentages, you're going to love theirs tonight. 5 on 10. That's pretty good.
You can't. If you're going to score on every second shot, you're going to score. It's going to be a long series for Nashville.
Wins are wins. You take them when you can get them. And
by the same token, there's some things that you saw from Nashville. If their goaltender played better, Nashville might have stole this game.
Well, the one goal was an own goal. There's not much you can do.
Right, but it was a fluky thing. But if you saw that Anaheim series, I mean, there was times when there were pucks flying.
The only
out
goal that
I
thought, the second one he couldn't stop. It was a great pass from Kunitz over to Sheary. But the first one with Malkin, Guentzel provided the screen, but it was just a shot.
Right.
He should have said.
Right.
That's it.
And that last one was it was a nice shot, but he shouldn't have gone down that early. He's got to wait to.
All right, that's going to do it for our show tonight. For Paul Zeise and Bob Pompeani, good night.